Hey, how y'all doing? This is day one of the Advent Calendar Challenge for me, and I decided to make something that I've been wanting to make for ages, which is one of the reasons why I'm wearing very, very dark lipstick for me and it's a Christmas t-shirt. Very cute. But you know, sorry for wobbling. It's the start of December, so it's the start of Advent. And for my very first thing for my Advent calendar, I made myself a bunchie. So I've been making bunchies for a while. Bunchies are like scrunchies, but they're for buns. They can actually hold hold the bun together without using another elastic. So you just use this one. You don't have to twist it or anything. It's already pre-twisted. It's two-tone. And this one is a Christmas one, and I'm wearing it because it matches my t-shirt. So I will show you my bunchie. Oh, hang on, I can't without hitting the table. You can all see that. So that one was made out of velvet and Christmas because I wanted to make something Christmas fabric-y. So here we are. So yeah, that's my first one. So if you've got any ideas for the second thing that I shall make, and if you don't come up with anything, I'll just make some Christmas wine glass markers. I've been really busy today doing orders for my different shops that I have online and washing costumes for a play that are just costumes. So I've had a few things to do, and then I tried making a really nice card. All of my software that I haven't used for a while updated, went sideways, wouldn't let me do what I used to do. And then Canva, everything I picked on Canva, and I thought, all right, I'll start as fresh. I'll start anew. And everything that I found on Canva apparently was connected to professional, like you have to pay for the graphics, which I didn't want to do in a hurry. I really need to get this done really fast, and the more I spent, the worse it got. And so there's no intro card yet. I will make one, and I'll attach them to all my Advent ones, so that if sometime down the track anyone wants to look at them, you'll see that they're all connected with a little similar graphic on it. And I'll put in a playlist, and that will, it'd be easier to find that way. So how you all doing? It's a very hot day here today in Perth. I think it probably got into the 30 degrees Celsius-ish range, but for Perth, very unusual, because we've had a really leisurely spring. We usually only get 3 weeks of spring. We have winter, which isn't very cold, and then 3 weeks of spring when we go, oh, it's pretty and everything's green, the flowers are coming up, and then they all get killed off by the heat and everything withers, and we just have heat for 6 months. And it hasn't happened that way this time. So counting our blessings, well, I am, because I like cold weather. Why am I living in Perth? Well, Perth is awesome, other than the heat. It's a dry heat, that helps. It's better than damp heat in my book. Anyway, it's the rest of Perth is absolutely lovely. It's just It's just the heat in the 6 months of summer that we have. That's a bit much. Excuse me. So I haven't made my advent calendar yet either, like the actual background advent calendar. So if you've got any ideas on how to do that, I want to do something funky. Funky is simple, and then that way you can make your own. And if the kids or the dogs or whoever you want to have treats from it complain because it's too late, because you started after the 1st of December, then just explain to them that they get double treats on the first couple of days and everything should be hunky-dory. I can't see anyone complaining about that really. And you've got it for next year, because this is a reusable thing that we're making. Well, I'm making. I don't know if you're making it. You make it if you want to make it. But I'll show you mine. So we can have a good laugh at that together, depending on what I decide. I remember one of my friends, where I grew up in Malaysia, and we had a very multicultural school. And one of my friends' mother, she was Japanese, and they didn't really do Christmas, but she loved making things. And for some of our friends, her mother made this glorious wall hanging Christmas tree with beads and decorations sewn onto the tree. Absolutely beautiful. And I was thinking maybe to do something similar. I do have some fabric that looks like pine needles with baubles attached. I did buy rather a lot because I had the idea. I think I bought it after Christmas last year, the year before. And because it looked like pine needles, like dense pine needles with baubles, I thought it looked like a Christmas tree, and I had the idea of making a dress that would end up looking like a Christmas tree. So you'd have fufu layers coming down. So you'd have one at the top hanging, and then you probably have a hat with a star on it, or something very cute. Might even make it like a 40s design, because I've just done a show with a lot of 40s dresses in it, and I didn't get to make many because I found most of them. So I only made 3 dresses for that. I made the wedding dress and the bridesmaids dresses. But that was that's not a bad idea. I could do something with like a jacket and a peplum. So that would be one flicky layer of tree, and the jacket could have like ruffles at the top, and then you could have like ruffles going around the skirt. What do you reckon? That'd be funny. Maybe that could be one of my days of advent calendar. I just need someone to wear it because I don't think I'd wear it. If I wore something like that, it would be a very lumpy tree, and I'd rather put it on someone a bit more svelte and also a bit taller than me, because then you get more layers. And then we could get shoes. Oh, we could get shoes, and the shoes would have big bows on them, so they'd look like presents. Maybe platform shoes with big bows on them, because then they'd really look like presents. And the earrings are obviously baubles. I'm kind of liking this. Maybe some bracelets with bells on. What do you reckon? I could make bits and pieces of it as part of the challenge, and then the final one, like day 24, would be the suit. Although I'd like to do it earlier because then I could get someone in it to take photos. It would be really cute. Let's see, who do I know who would like to model 1940s outfits that look like a Christmas tree? Gosh, I can't think of anyone in Perth of all the hundreds of actresses that I know of who have a sense of humour, who like doing modelling and playing dress up. I think you have to understand about my house is that it's pretty much dress up city the whole time. So people come over and they dress up and we take photos, and then I've got a catalogue, and we haven't actually done a catalogue shoot for a very long time. Maddie, I'm looking directly at you. We need to do a catalogue shoot because I have an awful lot of costumes that haven't been catalogued properly. The best I can do is using the ones backstage, which I do. It's just the scenery isn't the best because you're doing it in a hurry in between scenes and trying to get the costumes photographed in front of something blank like a curtain or a wall or something, which can take a little bit away from the look of the costume sometimes. That's good. It's a shandy. Cheers. So that's an option. Back to the advent calendar itself. I wonder if anyone's ever done one in the shape of a bauble and whether that's viable. The logic of a hanging one would be a square or a rectangle, right? And if I did a square or a rectangle, oh, excuse me. If I did a square or a rectangle, I could make it look like a present. Maybe. I could do, some of the Scandinavian countries have this lovely pattern that they make for Christmas decorations. So that is a woven heart. So from memory, you cut 2 archway shapes on the fold being the flat bottom of the arch. Then you so you cut 2 of those in different colors, folded already. Then you cut strips into the bottom, even strips. So they have to be equidistant strips. Maybe they don't. I've only ever done them equidistant. You might be able to get away with them not being equidistant. I don't know. And then you open them. Well, you don't open them. You slide one inside the other and you weave them through so that you're pulling the slivers of paper up over the other ones. So they over, under, or over through. And then the last one hooks over the end. And you end up, they sort of end up like that. And this bit is the heart at the top. And you've got a little woven heart. Very, very cute. Maybe I could do something like that. See if I can find a picture of the woven heart ones. Scandinavian heart Christmas. Scandinavian Christmas heart. That's the one. No, look. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, mostly they're done in red and white. I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can add this to the string. Sorry, I'm dithering because I don't know. What did I do? I just looped myself. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for. Can I add? Ooh. Mary needs to do more research on how to add stuff. Share screen is what I was thinking of. Sorry, my phone's blipping over there silently, at least. It's not annoying anyone anymore. Media assets. They're media assets. Yeah, talking to myself, I beg pardon. So, oh, I don't want sound effects. Well, good to know, but you know, not what I meant. I wanted to add and share. Oh, hang on, what is this? How about this? But I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see. Go look them up. Scandinavian Christmas hearts or Swedish Christmas hearts. And they're red and white and they're very sweet. And the point being, I could do something like that for maybe for an advent calendar. I don't know. It's just a possibility. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't know what time. Leave studio. Oh, I will leave studio. I'm happy here. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so there's that. There's a tree type, there's a banner type, so I can make a present. That's actually not a terrible idea. And I guess the pockets can be kind of shallow. It'd be really nice if I could make the pockets something like a okay. Oh, sorry, my from this end it all changed and looks odd. Yeah, there we go. Comments. I don't think there's many more. I could make a plum pudding. Plum pudding might be good. I have a very creaky chair. I hope that's not translating to the audio. Gamer's chair. Yeah, so I don't know what else to do about the advent calendar. Oh, that's, I was going to say, it'd be fun if I could make it a, ooh, no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say like a pine cone that's starting to open, so it's got all of its little flappy bits, and I could make a pocket out of each one of those, but I think that would be too dense at the base. I was thinking more of a like a, what are they, dragon fruit, and have all of almost like petals coming out the sides. Also, probably not the best idea actually. It's a bit limiting. I mean, I could do something like a train. I would suggest that if you have little children who like trains, that would be the one to do. But it'll only last a few years because I'll get sick of it after a while, unless they're sentimental types, and they might just absolutely love it. So trains have little pockets. What else have little pockets? Have little flap shapes. I could do a dragon and have all the scales on the neck be a pocket each. Not very Christmassy though. I don't know. I'll think of something. I'll go to Pinterest, I'll have a look and see what they do, and see if I can think of something else. I don't really want to rip off anyone else's idea. I don't like, I mean, it's not going to be a commercial one. This is just for me. Unless people go, oh my goodness, you have to make some more for the rest of us who can't make stuff. Seems to be my audience of people who don't make stuff, but I make stuff. And so, you know, it's a good trade-off. So outside of that, I'm going to be making and putting into my shop. I'm going to be making some Christmas wine glass charms, which, sorry, by the way, the wine glass markers can also be used as teacup markers. You don't have to drink alcohol to use these. If you're having a tea party and you want to know which one's your cup, sling one of these around the handle and you'll know it's your cup. This is the whole point of the wine glass markers. It bothers me to see some wine glass markers that have turned up and they are, people are selling them as a set of exactly the same thing. No difference in colors, no difference in anything. Just a set of 6, exactly the same thing. This, to me, defeats the purpose. The purpose of a wine glass marker is to be able to find your glass or your cup, if it's a teacup marker, to go back to finish your drink, to not have anyone else drink your drink. So if we're doing a whole lot of different animals, you know, a cat, a dog, a possum, an echidna, a mouse, a bear, a giraffe, then you know of the 6 people who are drinking in the room with a wine glass marker, you know which one yours is because you've got your little marker. Or you go by colours and you have blue and pink and purple and red and green and orange and whatever. Or if you're like me, you have a thing with a colour. So I have done series of dog ones where you've got all dachshunds, but they have a rainbow of beads to go with them. So the bead colour is the one that you have to remember. That I have a dachshund with aqua coloured beads. I have a dachshund with dark purple coloured beads. And the ideas for wine glass markers is endless, but mostly you will find that people want them for parties. And I do sell a fair amount of Egyptian ones, and wine ones. So funny, right? So wine ones are a bunch of grapes, a glass of wine, a bottle of champagne, a barrel, etc., etc. 2 wine glasses. And I usually do them with purple beads or purple and green, and you can do any color that's asked for, really. They make really good presents too. So I do get a lot of, and I guess my stock in trade is doing the Celtic ones. So I do Scottish ones and I do Irish ones. Surprising what you can find that denotes that country. It's easier to do Scotland and Ireland than it is to do most other countries. Australia's not, well, Australia's really easy for me. So I've got about 20 in my set for Australia. And I sell them at, like, you can have 4 or 6 right up to the 20. And if you need more than that, then we swap colors and we do, like, you know, brown and gold for one set and green and blue for the other set. Green and gold for one set and black and white for another set. Just so that you can, I have a koala, but I've got a black and white one. Don't you mix me up with the green and gold one. So that's how we double up on everything. So if people want 40 because they're having a big party, that's how I do that. And I also do, the only times I ever do the exact same marker is for a wedding, and I have had people order, like, 50 to 80 thistle markers, exact same thistle, because they wanted all their friends to take home a memento from their wedding. And so the wine glass markers was part of the memento that they were taking home with them, which is very sweet because it does remind you, and you can use it again and just decorate your house, make it into an earring, steal your partner's one and make it into a pair of earrings. There's many variations of wine glass markers. So I will make some of those tomorrow because I've never really made a colourful set of Christmas ones. Let me know if you want me to niche down and not just make Christmas wine glass markers with enamel charms, but a specific colour of wine glass markers with enamel charms, because I probably have enough to make a set of 6 or 8 in most colours, like weirdly non-Christmassy colours. Okay, well, that's me for today. I will go off and finish my work and do all the other stuff. And hopefully catch you tomorrow and show you what I've made then. So I hope you liked my, I'll take it off and show you. My hair fall. Okay, so I hope you liked my bunchie. It's good and solid. They're a bit fiddly to make, but they look so nice when they're finished. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, that's me for today. I now have a Facebook group, so if you want to write in there, go find me. It's the same. It's The Lazy Costumer on Facebook. It's a public group, so for now anyway. So if you want to come and join that and let me know any ideas you have for my advent calendar, I would be most grateful, and help me stretch my abilities, see what I can do, create something that's not really been done before or done the way I do it, because I like being different, and I don't like ripping off other people's ideas. So it is more fun to think laterally and work out something quite different. Anyway, I hope you've had a lovely first day of Advent and the first day of December, and for Australia it's the first official day of summer. Yes, we don't go by solstices. True to that, we go by calendar days. So 1st of December has to be really hot. Huzzah, it was really hot. So it seems to work down here. Okay, I hope you had a great time, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. See ya.